Alright guys, we're picking up on day 3 of our adventure in Death Valley. You can get the complete route guide, GPX files, and the rad adventure badge that you see on your screen for the Death Valley adventure route by visiting overlandtrailguides.com. And make sure you click that subscribe button too. And we'd love to know what you think about this video, so go ahead and leave a comment below. Why don't we get into our adventure now?
Waking up early, it's a little after 6 o'clock. Heading up the dunes. I think Joey got a head start on me. Somebody's already going up. But moon is still out. This is awesome. So I caught up with Kai. I think we're going to the top. Somebody's up there already. Whew, it's far. So we made it to the top. I'm sweating. That's why the beanie's off. My hair's going everywhere. Somebody beat us up here by like an hour, which is awesome. We got the sunrise coming up. I'm catching a time lapse. Hopefully it'll come out okay. And we'll head down in a little bit, have breakfast. Sun has risen. I got the intel on an easier way down, so I think I'm gonna follow that. And let's talk about today. We're gonna go up through Steele Pass, also known as Eureka Canyon. Should be interesting. There's some, I believe it's 3 technical steps through there, the waterfall section, so that'll probably take a bit of a time. And then I think people are talking they want to camp at Saleen Valley, probably gonna skip the racetrack, which is all good. It's gonna be a bit of a stretch. Then we could hopefully get to camp a little bit earlier today. We got in a little later than expected last night and enjoy ourselves. And then tomorrow we'll be off to Cerro Gordo. So we're leaving Eureka Dunes on our way to Steele Pass / Eureka Canyon, and I think what we're going to do is there's 3 sets of obstacles there. 2 of them are a little bit more difficult. We're going to set up spotters on 2 of them, and that way we can keep the flow of 9 vehicles is what we have right now. We also took the running boards off of Roberto's Raptor to give him like an extra 6 inches of clearance, which I think was definitely a smart move. So should be fun. This is one of the more fun sections in Death Valley, and we'll show you it in a little bit here. We arrived at the infamous waterfall section of Eureka Canyon, which consists of 3 different waterfall sections, each one right after the other. You'll need a high clearance 4x4, and rock sliders and a good spotter are highly recommended.
You're on a rock. Impressive. I gotta give you some knuckles on that. Right there, man. That was some nice driving.
You know, it's long wheelbase.
So everybody made it through Steele Pass. I was a little bit concerned. About the Raptor and the F-250. F-250 made it through there fantastic. We piled dirt and rocks for about 30 minutes. We got the Raptor through it as well. A little ding on the door panel, but really not that bad. Definitely a lot more technical than it was the previous time that we've been here. It looked like the floor was maybe like 12 to 18 inches lower, so that ledge was 12 to 18 inches higher. Fun times. Let's go look for the marble bath next. So we're stopping at the marble bath here. About to check it out in a minute. Are you gonna show us where it is?
The marble bath that we're about to visit is actually a prank pulled off by Wendell Moyer. The real marble bath is a geological depression that retains water after seasonal rainfall, but many maps showed an incorrect location closer to Steele Pass Road. The marble bath came to be when Moyer decided to prank park visitors by filling a bathtub with blue marbles.
Who was going down the dunes today? You guys got to take a bath in there.
Look how big. This is the mama ducky.
I have two of these ducks at my house.
Can I cover you up?
The kids had a blast at the marble bath. We packed things up and hit the trail headed for Saleen Valley warm springs, but within the first 90 seconds, Andreas's rig bounced on a rock hard, completely destroying the wheel and blowing the tire. The group did a fantastic job coming together to mount the spare. We were back on the trail within 10 minutes and headed to the warm springs.
This truck is heavy. What's the deal?
It's like got a camper on it or something.
Did you empty the toilet? Stock tank? Yeah, I had two of them actually. One very high.
Okay, so we just made it over Steele Pass. We made it through the rocky section. We're heading down to Saline Valley Warm Springs right now. Hopefully, picking up our pace a little bit here. Hopefully we'll be there in about an hour before the sun sets, which will be nice.
The Saline Valley Warm Springs have been a mainstay of counterculture since the beatniks first started visiting the area in the 1950s. Since then, 3 main soaking pools have been developed, which range in temperature from 63 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. If you plan on visiting the warm springs, expect a generally friendly crowd and nudity. If enjoying a soak with random strangers isn't your thing, I highly recommend taking advantage of the private shower behind the wizard pool. Good morning from Saline Valley Hot Springs. This is where we camped last night. It's a great place to stay. You can have fires here. You can obviously soak in the hot springs if you don't mind naked people. And what I did last night, which was really nice, I took a shower. Very welcome after Eureka Dunes, all that sand, all that desert dust. So refresh. So today, the big ticket item is Cerro Gordo Ghost Town. We're not going to be able to make it up to the racetrack, unfortunately. And then we'll camp somewhere over on the other side of the mountains, maybe Alabama Hills, maybe somewhere else, who knows. But check what we get to wake up to. See some nice rock art. Till the sun is coming up. So we're gonna check out some of the art up here. This one is probably from the Wizard, one of the founders, I've been told, of the Saleen Valley hot springs, helped develop them. It's like a bat. And got a nice big old lizard over here. All kinds of other random stuff. And people are already soaking in the hot springs this morning.
So it was literally just calling out to everybody on the walkie-talkie because I saw some manure in the road. Definitely burro country. Kid you not, 5 seconds later, that burro was right there. Pretty cool. So we're currently making our way up Jackass Canyon. I'm really impressed between the ruggedness, the rocks back here, and just a lot of greenery. Right now we're seeing lots of Joshua trees, even saw some pine trees. Making our way towards Cerro Gordo, and I think we're gonna go through Lee Flat, which also has a nice Joshua tree forest. Let's go check it out.
We're stopping for lunch at the South Pass. Amazing views, Panamint Valley down there. That's where we were on day one.
That's the valley we went through a few days ago.
After eating our lunches at the South Pass, the group headed out for Cerro Gordo. The pinyon pine forests and Joshua tree forests around the South Pass and Leaf Flat feel like a totally different world from the desert lowlands far below. So we just arrived at Cerro Gordo Ghost Town. This place is really cool. We can see the construction that they're doing on the old American hotel. They're gonna rebuild it. And then just all kinds of cool mining buildings here. Some of them have been restored and look great, but I think we're gonna go explore. Should be fun. Any ghosts in there? He's got the Netflix.
I know.
Wait, you got Netflix?
I know you put, yeah, you left it like that.
Nice little movie theater.
Yeah. We walked up there.
Came at the backside.
That's a good way to do it. That's a nice. How about that Joshua Tree?
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
awesome.
Mexico had a much larger mining operation before California did. They started mining actually about 30 years before the gold rush here. So a lot of mountain people came out this way and started prospecting in the hills up here. Pablo Flores found silver up here in 1865. He claimed a location and people followed. Victor Boji was the first one to follow. He arrived here in 1866. He opened up this fine store.
Cerro Gordo Ghost Town was established in 1867, and as of 2018, the property is under new ownership. The historical site is open to the public as long as you check in. Cerro Gordo is currently undergoing significant renovations with plans to open the newly rebuilt American Hotel for lodging reservations in 2022. After our visit to Cerro Gordo, the group descended the mountain switchbacks to Owens Valley and headed back home the following day.